Of Toyota Sienna transmission fluid flush. Now, it's a little harder on this vehicle than other vehicles because it doesn't have a dipstick. So pay attention and it'll be easy. First, jack up the vehicle on the driver's side and then let's roll under. Okay, so the transmission drain bolt is actually a 6mm Allen wrench. So get that guy in there. I already loosened it. Loosen it, go ahead and drain it. But pay attention because this is not the full way to drain it. There's more to follow. Don't go away. Sorry. Now, not much is actually drained out. Less than a quart probably. Don't forget the van is still jacked up a little bit. What we're going to do is put that 6mm Allen wrench back in there. And there's another plug in there, and I'll explain that plug in a minute. So, sorry about the camera not focusing. And you can see as I've started to take it out, more fluid's drained. You want to take that guy all the way out. It's called a drain straw. And it's really designed for refilling the transmission. So when we had this straw in here, the fluid flowed down, reached this point right here, it didn't drain anymore. We took the plug out and the fluid was allowed to go all the way down the bottom of the pan. So this thing right here is actually for how to refill it. Now, according to the manufacturer, this thing is calibrated to a temperature of 113 degrees Fahrenheit. And what that is fluid expands. When someone brings in their van, the transmission is going to be really hot. The mechanic will drain it, and then upon refill, put this back in, the van has to be perfectly level, and then when you're refilling it, the transmission fluid goes up and then starts to go down. The tube indicates it's full. Now, it's really important that you don't refill the transmission when it's like a 200-degree transfer case because the fluid's going to expand rapidly when you pour it in there. So it needs to be 113 degrees, plus or minus a few. I just drove my van a couple miles. It's about 40 degrees outside, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And the temperature was 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm happy with that. That's good enough. When you pour the fluid in, it'll warm up a little bit. It'll reach this point. You'll be good to go. It's all drained from the case. I'm going to put this plug back in, this straw back in, snug it up, make sure it's all the way in there. And then I'm going to begin the refill process. Now, today we're using Max Life ATF for Toyota vehicles. Specifically, we're interested in this WS designator. Please don't comment telling me that my van is going to explode because I didn't buy it from Toyota. I don't care, and I don't believe you anyway, even if you think that. So don't waste your time. I'll just delete your comments because so people are militant on this issue, and I'm not. Okay, so I have my laser temperature gauge here, and put it on the transfer case, and it's 140. Put it on the transfer case oil pan. It's 113, so it's good. The straw is in there. The vehicle is level. Now, it's really, really important you keep the vehicle level for this because there's no dipstick. You get only the chance to do this while it's level. The drain plug is not installed. I repeat, the drain plug is not installed. It's not supposed to be. So I'm underneath the wheel well where I removed this splash shield, two 10mm bolts. I'm on the driver's side. There's our fill plug right there. It's a 24mm. So we're going to pull that guy out and insert our filler tube. Okay, this is a correction to the original video. What's going on here is the engine is off, the red straw is inserted, and the drain plug is removed. Now go ahead and fill the transmission to the point where it starts to drain out of the drain hole. That's where it's safe for you to then start the van up, run it through the gears, park, reverse drive, blah, blah, blah. That gets the fluid into all the new crevices and pumps it around. Leave the engine running and top it off to the point where fluid is now going over the straw and then draining out. That's full. It's important that you keep the engine running to properly fill it. Okay, so one of the things you can do if you're so inclined, you could leave the drain plug off and continue to fill it over and over again, which of course will dilute the fluid, and you're almost doing a transmission flush at that point. However, it's also easy to just fill the whole thing and then drain it all again and repeat the process till the fluid is as clean as you desire.